Dinner party disaster. So, last Saturday, my friends and I decided to have a grown-up dinner party. You know, the kind where people actually use napkins and pretend to know what deglaze means. Everything was going fine until my buddy Chris showed up with a mysterious Tupperware container. He winked and said, "Thought I'd spice things up with a little family recipe." Suspicious, but polite, we all agreed to let him add his contribution to the table, right next to my dry chicken and Lindsay's questionable kale salad. As we started eating, Chris kept eyeing us like a game show host waiting for a contestant to answer a million-dollar question. After a few bites, I realized his family recipe was basically just cubes of cheddar cheese marinated in what tasted suspiciously like pickle juice and hot sauce. But he looked so proud, so we all powered through, nodding and occasionally making faces like we just bit into a lemon. That was when my dog, Pickles, jumped up on the table and stole a cube, which should have been my first clue that things were about to go downhill. Within 15 minutes, the entire room started to smell like a combination of gym socks and regret. People tried to play it cool, but the silent suffering was real. My cousin Dave actually tried to open a window with his elbow while still holding his fork. Chris, meanwhile, was grinning like he'd just invented fire. Then my neighbor, who had only come over to borrow sugar, walked in, sniffed the air, and immediately backed out, mumbling something about an emergency at home. By the end of the night, we had invented a new party game called Guess That Scent, and Chris's cheese cubes were unanimously declared weapons grade. The next morning, there was a note slipped under my door from the landlord: "Please refrain from chemical experiments after midnight." Safe to say, next time Chris offers to bring a family recipe, I'm telling him to keep it cheesy, just not literally.